What's not?
So they decide to create the Financial Action Task Force to control this narcotics. But what is ironic is that they're saying that they wanted to control these narcotics, but yet the biggest drug dealer and enabler of drug dealing is actually the CIA. Because they were the ones that were actually behind people like Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel and other cartels that were in South America that were controlling the drugs.
I've heard those stories.
They also went to Afghanistan to go and control the poppies that create heroin. And they're the ones that actually are behind the heroin route that comes all the way down the east coast of Africa through to South Africa. And then from South Africa, those drugs go to the rest of the world.
Jeez.
Ironically. So they create this Financial Action Task Force. 1990, they create the rules or the 40 recommendations that are supposed to be implemented by the 7 nations that were in the G7 that created these rules, plus another 16 nations that then joined to create the Financial Action Task Force in 1990 when it created these recommendations. We get to 1996. They amend those rules that had been made and add money laundering. Because now they're realizing that America, even though it is a dominant proliferator of drugs, the biggest drug dealer, even though the CIA uses drug money to fund terrorism all across the world, they now have competition.
The CIA uses drug money to fund terrorism.
Terrorism across the world. It's what they used to bring down the black movement in America when blacks were becoming more educated.
You know, people will say this is fake news.
Well, it's documented.
The CIA used drug money to fund terrorism around the world.
Yes. It's documented, and it's not documented in conspiracy theories. It's documented in newspapers. It's documented in congressional papers. It's documented in many official documents within the Congress of the United States, their own inquiries in the United States, and other places. So it's stuff that people can research. And I think that's what people need to learn when they listen to our show, is they need to learn to research for themselves. That's
Don't just say this guy's talking nonsense.
Yes.
Go and do some research.
Go and do some research.
So that when you say he's talking nonsense, you must also have something to counter.